It's been 14 years since I played the drums. I realised recently that I must have been doing everything but music. I actually still have my original first ever kit from when I was 12. The bass drum and the toms are fine, but I've really neglected the snare drum. I threw it aside like an old sock when I got a sexy shiny new one, and it's just been trundling around in my storage. Kind of what you do when you get into drums, you buy snare drums, like quite a few of them. For some people, they become a little bit obsessed and they have these massive collections. I'd say the snare drum is a little bit like the heart of the set, actually, when I think about it. You'd thought the bass drum is, with its sort of thudding heart sound, but the snare's like the main pulse keeper, really, or at least when we're talking rock and pop. It usually plays on 2 and the 4 and gives us a clean, clear sense of security. You can always sort of rely on the guiding nature of where we are with the snare. And the rest of the elements, like the bass, drum and stuff, are the sort of rhythmical variety. At least that's how I used to play. I'm assuming that this sort of guiding nature has something to do with its marching heritage, giving the soldiers their pulse of where they, how fast they're moving, how fast they're able to march, and they even used to communicate the different military moves based on the rhythms. Interestingly, though, I turned my nose up at this snare drum because, I thought, a real drummer needs this Ludwig Steele something because John played one, and I need the DW because that's the signature sound of Neil Peart, and, they all sounded amazing and great and served me super well, but they're all gone now, and this is the only one that is left. Like, this survived all of these mad moves in my life, and it's my different chapters. It's really hung in there. And as I give this snare drum some TLC, and I remember that it held my hand. It's guided me through these slightly radical transitions from classical violin to velvet flaring glam rock and aspirations of a perm. And I'm super glad that it's stuck around and it's survived all of these transitions, because as I've decided to blow off the dust of my kit and try and bring music back into my life, it's holding my hand again. So let's do that.